Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to van life routine out of town in the snowy winter wonderland that is the Rocky Mountains. So come along with us today as we work and hike and probably work some more. But first, breakfast.
Breakfast? Not for me.
Breakfast for you.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah. We have no forks, though.
Oh.
So, breakfast with a spoon.
That's okay.
And when it's cold out like this, you have to heat up water to do the dishes. Yay.
Yay. Let me love you instead.
Yes, because that's what she wants.
Yes. Does this replace your need to void your bladder? No.
So what's next up on the rocket docket?
So once we're done with the dishes, we'll get dressed so that we can take Sage out on a walk. You have to put on your jacket too. It's still hunting season here. And so Sage needs to put on her reflective orange coat.
Sidgem the Crazy Noodle. Sometimes in van life you sleep in Walmart parking lots, other times you sleep in the middle of woods that are just gorgeous. Sidgem! Waiting on Alicia. Still in the van. I don't know if you can see it, but we actually had to use our chains to get up into here because it was a bit slick.
Hello.
Welcome to the outside world.
Well, thank you.
Sedgem's excited you joined.
Yeah, she is.
Oh yeah. Got like real long.
I think it's just water. Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh,
It's
there's
like
a string.
What is
It's
it?
like fishing line.
Oh.
Huh. Bun tracks for Roder.
And something small like that squirrel. I have a couple of videos to edit and a little bit of social media posting work.
Make a little bit of progress on an app that I've been working on. Also need to shoot 2 videos. They're gonna be easy, nice and side by side. But yeah, get to come back out here in the cold after working on the app for a bit. Yay! It's funny. People often are like, "Oh, your dog. It's so cruel to live van life with your dog." No, living van life with your dog is so much better than living in a house with your dog. Because when you're not there, your dog just lays around and sleeps. When we're not there, Sage just lays around and sleeps. It's the same thing. The only difference is when we go for walks in the morning, she gets to run in the woods. We're back from our morning walk. It's time to get everything set up for working. Alicia oftentimes works on the bed back here, and I like to stand and work. So we'll get this front area cleaned up and picked up and kick on Starlink. Time to get to work. Sajem's back in her bed like a good girl. Did you enjoy your walk? Yeah, good girl. Did you enjoy your walk?
Yes, I did.
And it's time to flip the inverter. How do you switch? New inverter.
If you haven't seen that video, we put it in just a couple of weeks ago. You can check it out above. We have power.
Power. Show me the power.
Time to work.
Well, it's pretty much noon. Love having flowers in the van. Which means it's lunchtime. And noon was going to be my breaking point to be able to change gears, because I have a couple videos to shoot. However, I imagine Alicia's going to stay in here and suck the bandwidth, but it's time to make lunch. What are we having for lunch?
Hot mud crab dip. Let's face it, we've all been chased around by those pesky, oversized crabs. Now take your revenge on those self-important crustaceans by mixing them into a tasty dip. They bring their friends, so why shouldn't you feed on them? If you know what that's from, you're a dork. Like us! This is not a healthy recipe. This is not a healthy lunch. But it's cold outside, and it's starting to get foggy, so... Yum!
Fat.
Fat!
Do you know you're going to get something good?
You use the can opener. Are you excited? She says, give me the crab meat! Wearing a blanket. That's actually a large scarf.
It's actually a large scarf, but it actually works pretty well, because I wasn't like super cold, but I was cold enough, but I also didn't want to put on a flannel. Well, come get it, come on! I'm gonna laugh if you don't like crab. Oh, it's just smelly water.
Oh,
It's just smelly water.
there's no tuna in here.
Look at that. That is some freaking healthy, really, really fatty stuff. So behind me, Alicia is finishing working. There's been a really interesting discovery that we've made. Alicia can't perceive time, and that's not necessarily like she doesn't, like, the passing of time doesn't happen for her. But the gist of it is that basically when Alicia looks at something and she's working on something, there's no time associated with it. They're much more likely to look up at the end of the day and be like, oh my gosh, you mean it's 9 o'clock at night? I've been working on this forever? Which has really been enlightening for me, because that's why she doesn't want to start a project that is going to be super long. There's no time associated with it, therefore there's only the completion or lack thereof. It's really, really hard for her to stop working when she has a project that's halfway completed. I can't remember what it's called. It's unfortunate. Okay, lunch is done.
I'm getting cheese everywhere.
And now, time for a little show. Then, we'll go for a walk and back to work. Well, it's foggy. Well, 3 o'clock has come and passed.
And it's tea time now, because we are both back in the van after Kodiak chopped wood and tested his new axes and did all the things outside. And I worked in here until 3 o'clock, and then I went out to see him, and now it's actually 4 o'clock. So it's tea time.
Tea time and just a little bit more work. You probably can't read military time. It is 5:01. Quitting time.
We're gonna make some dinner. It is chilly today, so I'm gonna make lasagna soup.
And it's ludicrously simple. And freaking so damn delicious. I'm gonna plug in, watch a little bit of YouTube while Alicia throws everything in a pot. She's gonna walk you through the process, and then we're gonna have some dinner.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sidro's tired from her big day. Oh, Sidro.
So, first things first, you chop up an onion and some garlic. And then we're gonna saute it in this pan. Okay, so first you're going to saute your onions in butter. And then you're gonna chop up some garlic and put that in there as well. Make sure that the onions are getting nice and brown before you add your garlic, because your garlic will cook quicker. And then we're gonna add some of the spices. I added rosemary and thyme and basil, and then we're gonna let those cook in the butter just a little bit to get aromatic, and then we're gonna add a can of crushed tomatoes. So now that we've added the water, we don't want it to be bland. So in my high school catering class, if you don't have any money, you want to cook a soup, then instead add beef bouillon cubes. Is it the best chef tip of all time? I don't know. It's worked for us for the last 10 years. We're gonna use like a really fancy bone broth or something. I'm sure that would be better than just 2 beef bouillon cubes. So they're great for van life because we don't have a lot of room in our fridge. And now we're gonna add lentils. So this is a vegetarian or vegan version of lasagna soup. So
if you're vegan, we put butter in it.
Yeah, but if you were, you could cook it with olive oil and then it would be vegan. If you were going to make a meat eater's version of lasagna soup, you would want to cook your beef first and then use the fat from the beef as for the onions and everything like that. So instead, we are using lentils. About a cup. Everything is reheating in the pot. Those have a little bit extra cook time. Now, usually I would add in some fresh tomatoes. However, it is the middle of winter, and so all of the tomatoes are crap. We're just gonna add like a tablespoon or 2 of tomato paste. Okay, so tomato paste has been added, and now while that sort of cooks the lentils a little bit, we need to rinse/wash our spinach. About half a box of lasagna noodles. So I overestimated. It turns out it's about 3 lasagna noodles instead of 6. Okay, so now that the noodles are cooked and the lentils are cooked, we're just gonna add our spinach and then just let it wilt in the soup. I've turned off the soup, and then I grate Parmesan, put that on top of the soup, and we're gonna have it with a little bit of bread that we bought at a local Northern Colorado bakery down in Berthoud called Rise. If you're ever in the area, you should definitely buy bread or one of their baked goods because they are fantastic. Ow! Tried to give you a thumbs up and I ended up burning myself.
And while we were cooking, we were enjoying A Court of Thorns and Roses. Now, I didn't realize that that was the name of the book that everyone claims ACOTAR. I just fail. It's a good book. It's a little slow. They get into it like halfway through, and then it starts to like pick up, but whatever. The show we are going to watch is Big Bang Theory, which isn't on the screen. Yeah, this is our nighttime routine. When it's cold out, we don't really go anywhere.
Really dark outside.
Super dark because there's a new moon.
Yeah. Bread.
That's satisfying. Winter van life is probably, I wouldn't say that it's more entertaining than summer van life, but there's just a calm and quiet that you get in the winter when it's snowy and cold out that you don't get anywhere else at any other time.
What's the Danish word? It's the Danish practice of like coziness.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That is a benefit to van life. It's kind of intrinsically cozy. Dishes are done. And we are
listening to our book while our tea heats up. We'll then drink our tea, get ready for bed, and that's pretty much it.
So if you guys enjoyed this is kind of what van life is like when, we're out in the woods, but still working remotely. Hit the like button, comment down below, let us know your favorite part or your least favorite part, and we'll see you in the next one. The next one's gonna be fun.